Traders, good morning. 9/28, March 24, 2014. Excuse me, 2015. Still think it's 2014. There's about a minute and a half, a minute left before the opening bell. ECIG did a reverse split, 667 to 10,000. Okay, I had 50,000 shares yesterday. Now I have 3,340. The price yesterday was about, I don't know, 12, 13 cents. I can't recall per share, but look at the last recording that was posted up on YouTube and other social media sites. Currently, it's at 197. Usually, when there's a reverse split, it heads back down. We'll see what happens here. You see, it's 195 to 2 right now, with the market about to open in the next 30 seconds. Excuse me while I have a sip of some tea. There you go. All right, so let's see what the market will give us right now with not only right now with ECIG. Okay, so right now ECIG is currently right now 197, but the bid is 195. The ask is $2. And usually we see a collapse when there's a reverse split. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if there's a lot of sellers. I believe there'll be a lot of sellers moving in. Only time will tell. The market just opened. Okay, opened up about 10, 12 seconds ago. You see everything going on over here. You see prints. Okay, so, but we're paying attention to ECIG, and we seem like we kept paying attention to ECIG because of the reverse split, and the chart still looks healthy. Just usually when there's a reverse split, it does the exact opposite of a regular split. Regular splits, stocks tend to go higher when there's a regular split. When there's a reverse split, stocks usually tend to go down. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, it's 195 by 2. There was no print yet. I think a lot of people are confused. They think they're rich, and then they realize his shares are not what they were from yesterday. You know. We'll see what happens. I mean, especially newbies, these new investors and traders, they're like, oh my God, it's at 197. I bought it at like 12 cents, 13 cents. I'm rich, right? And then they realize the shares have been declined based on the value of the stock price. So overall, it's the same thing, right? But however, investors and traders do not like reverse splits. Okay, so we'll see what happens right now with ECIG, and it's, you know, just pretty much sideways right now. And I would like to go to pen growth right now because it's up an additional $200 right now. But with the way ECIG, with ECIG's reverse split, we have to look at it like a hawk. But let's just go to PGH. Let's see, it's up additional. Well, let's go. See, it's up an additional right now 3 cents. Okay. So it's looking good. It's looking in our favor. Remember, we discussed what we believe PGH is going to do. Let's go back to just ECIG. And, you know, I'm worried about ECIG more than anything, just because of the reverse split. And it's funny how well, there's no data right now because there's no trades. Okay, so this is what we're looking at right here. Remember? Well, when it was at like 11 cents, not 170, but it's almost the same thing. Try to get in right here, and then by accident I got in for 100 shares right here instead of 50,000. What happened was they saw the print of 100 shares, and maybe people had shorts and they had their stop order at that price. So whenever I execute 100 shares, those individuals got executed right away at the next available price if that was a stop order hiding there. Unfortunately for me, you know, I had to chase it a little up to, I believe, where this tail is. I would say about 185, maybe 190. You know, so it's terrible, but it is what it is. Okay. We'll see what happens. You see ECIG showing that I'm down minus 217 on this ECIG right now. This is hourly chart showing it seems like it declined. You see 181 by 190, and no historical data yet. You don't even give me 1 minute data right now. There you go. Okay, so the last print was well, they opened at 197, but the ask is at 190 and the bid is at 181. So we have 3,000 shares. obviously there's no volume in it right now. Uh, you know, I don't even think there was even a trade today as of yet, right? There's no trades today. So we'll see what happens moving forward. I'm not a big fan of this reverse splits, but we got to watch it, right? And the only reason why it's showing minus 217 because it's looking at the current ask price. All right. So, 3,000 shares and change. So when it starts increasing, then it should head higher. Maybe it's the bid price. I'm not sure. It's one or the other. Well, where did it's supposed to be 197? So let's do the calculations. At 181, we have three. Well, we have where's our share lots? 3,340 shares, right? That's our position. So let's do the calculations. 181 every 3 cents is $30, right? 10 cents is $300, right? So 181, 191, that can't be possible. 190 and it closed at 197. Well, that's 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. That's 210, right? So it's showing 217. I guess that's what my ticket charges. So it's showing the ask price currently. That's my P&L for ECIG. I'll pause it right here in the meantime, and I'll start recording when there's some action. All right, traders, the first print was at 184. It's at 184 by 190. It seems like the second print was at 187. Now it's hitting 190. Seems like I did some research, and according to some investors in ESIG, says they don't allow selling right now. That may be from their account, or maybe their brokerage firm has not updated into the new ticker symbol, or whatever the case may be, because according to mine, it says you can't short ECIGD, right? It says shortable. There's a green light over here. If there wasn't a green light, it wouldn't be shortable. They're probably just using, I don't know, some regular, no good platform. Maybe some discount brokerage services that hasn't been up to date. Anyway, it's at 190 right now. Okay, so obviously it shows we're down to 50 because the bid's 89 and there's 87. Then there's now you see 85. So we'll see what happens moving forward. But remember, every penny it moves up, and it's very volatile now because it's done a reverse split. So there's less shares outstanding now. So, you can see 3 cents, 4 cents, 7, 10 cents prints away from the bid and ask. That's perfectly normal when the stock becomes more volatile. What worries me most is the reverse split. That's what really bothers me. 9 out of 10 times a reverse split goes down. Okay? I just really hope the 1 out of 10 times goes my way right now. All right? So I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders, this is exactly what I mean. All right, take a look at what's going on. And this is 1 minute. What I did is just backed it up so you guys can get an understanding where it closed based on the reverse split. I mean, this is still the same price it closed at. And this is where it's at right now, 180. You can see 180 by 185. There's a huge seller. Well, this is considered a huge seller right now after reverse split at 185. Buyers are skeptical to buy when there's a reverse split. And I just really hope somebody comes in there and pushes them out of the way. We'll see what happens, but right now it looks like I am down for the day. I don't know my cost basis, but I know I got in around this level, around 180 where it's at right now. Let me just go into the daily. Yeah, let me go hourly. Maybe that'll help me better. No, go to a 10-minute. Let me back it up. Maybe we'll get something. This is why I hate reverse splits. Alright, so I got in around right there where it's at right now when it was a reverse split. Let me just show you. Let me just edit, add a horizontal around right. No, that's when the first time I tried to get in. And then I chased it up to around, I think right here or something like that, right? That's over here is when I got in 100 shares by accident. Then I had to chase it up and get in somewhere around there. So I'm a little down right now. Bids at 180. Let me just go back into the 1 minute because it's volatile and I need to see what's going on. All right. So PGH's up another 4 cents. ECIG is right now killing me down 650. Look at that, 177 by 179. How much lower are you going to go? You know, and you see the volume. I mean, the volume over here is 300 shares. I have 3,000 shares. I wouldn't even be able to push them, like, take me out if I wanted to. See, the highest, there's a buy move in the beginning for 1,300 shares, or, well, there's transactions for 1,300 shares at this level, yeah. So there's a buy. So now I'm just trying to find some stabilization. I'm down 650 right now in ECIG, and it's crushing me. Um, even trying to get out of this position right now at this level would be pretty much impossible for my 3,000 plus shares. Excuse me, yeah, my 3,000 plus shares, 3,340 shares. I do have a stop order in place at 164. I wouldn't be surprised if it hit it, tell you the truth. I'll probably lose like $1,500 because of that crap. Um, I wouldn't be too excited of losing 2 times in a row on this trade, tell you the truth. But we'll see what happens moving forward. It's just we'll like to see some buyers step in. I mean, there was a buyer at the open, sold it to some sellers, but this is hurting me at the moment, as you can see. It's a good thing PGH is going up because it's covering my losses right now with ECIG. All right, so let's just take a look at Freddie Mac. Freddie Mac not looking good. Dow's down 50 points. Nasdaq's down 2.5. S&P's down just about 5 points. BYSD. Oh, wow! This bad boy right here. I've been paying attention. I think I showed this yesterday. I've been paying attention to BYSD, and it's forming some type of support over here. Well, at least it's trying to, right? So I don't know what's going on, but we'll see what goes on moving forward over here while I'm losing my shirt in ECIG right now. And you see my stop order is below this right here, below this shadow. Um, we'll see if it can hold. If you see another buyer step in for 200, come in for 200 shares. But it's not gonna help me unless there's a huge buying momentum move upwards. My E-check is 190 right now. You can see that. I could probably go to 0.016 before it heads higher. There's 3 million shares at 1.9 right now. So we'll look into that. BYSD, there's nobody at 0.0001 regardless of bid or ask. It seems like that's the price. People are battling on both ends, both buyers and sellers. I'm still losing my shirt over here. 175 by 178. Last print was at 179. It doesn't help me. The ask is heading lower. But I'll pause it here. It's been 13 minutes in since this tutorial started for the day on March 24, 2014. It's roughly almost 9:15 in the morning. Once again, my name is Zelman Yakubov. I am the educator at worldtradinginstitute.com. I also provide investment advisory services for all the individuals that want investment advisory services. You can go to zelmancapital.com for more information. It's not up yet, but it'll be up soon. And if you get a chance and you have an Android app, Android phone, please download MyCamcast. It's all spelled together, MyCamcast. Go to mycamcast.com or go to Google Play Store and type in MyCamcast and download the latest app that I created. Provides live real-time streaming data for every individual in the world to use. So now you can share live video feeds pretty much with one click. But I'll pause it here. I'll start recording real soon. It's 177 by 178. Bidders picked up right here. That looks good for me. That's somewhat of a positive move. What would be really upsetting if someone got out of their shares right now and got out 177 and took whatever small loss or some kind of loss that they had. I still have my stop order in play. The 5,300 at the bid looking good. I'll pause it here. Provide you guys with an update soon. Pen growth's up 4 cents right now. Malaysia down about 80 bucks right now. Just down maybe a 400th of a penny or so. Both Gilead and Tesla is on the positive note right here. Remember, don't look at these option calls. Obviously, we're down, even though it shows up right here, but I paid average of 30 cents each. And right now, the bid is 12 cents for Tesla. I mean, the ask is 12 cents for Tesla and 20 cents for Gilead. I'll pause here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders 9:55 right now in the morning. Another quick update. Look at that. They just kept pushing it down. It's at 175 by 177. It seems like I'm just hoping there's no 175 print. We want to get 177 out, but you see the ask just keep getting stronger. The bid was there at one point, evaporate. I don't even know where they went. I think they just canceled out. And then a lot more sellers came to ask after they canceled out. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking at the MAC right here. I'm looking at the PVO, which is the MAC histogram for me anyway. So what I'm looking for is to see, you see this purple bar? It should be less than the current one. You see this? All right, so I want this one to be less because it could give me some indication of stabilization right here, especially this very volatile stock right now. Yesterday, I mean, it was volatile, but there was volume because there was, there was no reverse split. Now, there's a reverse split, so it became more volatile. I have to look at the 1 minute. This is what the 10-minute looks like. Yeah, starting time must occur before ending time. Look at that. Yeah, where is that? All right, this is daily looks like. It's not enough information for us right now. Hourly, this is what the hourly looks like. Okay, this is pretty much where my buy-in point 183. This is my stop order right here. This is where it's at right now, 177. You can see it on the hourly, right? 175 by 177. But 10-minute, not enough information. 5-minute, you get something. Okay, I mean, we could look at the 5 minute. 5 minutes somewhat gives us some information. 5 minute and the 1 minute. I'll keep the 1 minute up. I'll pause it right here. But you see the MAC histogram. This peaked over here. This is lower right here, and now it's right here. So that's somewhat good. It's stabilizing, saying the sellers are out. I mean, it could come back eventually, right? But it could just go back and form a new low. But that's somewhat of an indication of me saying, hey, you know what? This could be stabilization here. That's somewhat good news to me, especially if you're down. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. Pen growth up 7 cents. We're down about $80 in Malaysia, down to 0.0004 for the day. Tesla and Gilead, we could ignore. NYXO, 2 by 3. It was 1 by 2 yesterday. Now it's 2 by 3. The bid and ask, 2 showing 500, 3 showing 85 million. Okay, I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. 651 ECIG. There was a print for 177. The bidders, we'll see what happens. I'll pause it here. Traders, I'm back. I just want you to pay attention. Look at the bid ask, 175 by 177. Now it's 176. Look what he did. He's pretty much locking the market. Look at MAC histogram. One positive, and now it's going back negative. This 176 is indicating that it could be weaker on the 1 minute, right? It could go lower. On the 5 minute, it's showing support. It's showing support. Well, it showed support the last 5 minutes. Currently, it's still battling. 10 minute, I can't get information out of. Right? But let's take a look at the 5 minute. The MAC histogram showing slowly positive. It's going up, but with the 175 by 176, we need another 177 print. Well, I would say with about 5.5 minutes to go. So we need those 176s knocked out and then a 177 print. Or it just could stay here with no trades moving forward. It closes 177. We're at by 1010, 1010.01. That'll look good. I'll pause here, provide you guys another update, but it does look dangerous for us right now. Guys, it just hit a 176 print. You see 175 by 176. We got another 3.5 minutes left or so. We want these 176s to break. Obviously, there's not much. What was it, 200 shares? This guy is hiding. We don't know how many shares he's hiding, but he's hiding shares. All right, so there was another one. Look at 176 he hit, and then there was a 175 print, right? So we don't know how much each one has. There's 2,100 shares traded. Look at 75 went away. 172 by 176 looking dangerous for us right now. We want that 176 broken. All right, it's 175. It looks like there's hidden orders. People have hidden orders. I don't know if that's on the buy side or the sell side, but it's looking dangerous, like I said. I don't like the way it's looking. I don't like reverse splits, but we're in this because we're already in this. Okay, so I'm just hoping. You see the 176. I'm just hoping for a bottom to occur real soon. If it closes at 176 on the 5 minute, that could be healthy for us. All right, I'm not saying you know, it's healthier than a closing at 175. All right, so I'll pause it here. We have another 2.5 minutes left. All right, guys, I might execute myself out of position. Uh, just finding a way to, because they're not showing much shares on both sides, right? I got 3,340 shares. They're showing 100 on both sides. So I have my order out here right now, and just trying to find out what it can do. Remember, if it closes at 176 10 minutes from now at 10:20, that's good for us. All right. Why I'm looking at that and why I state these numbers, I know if it hits that, the pattern will form. It'll look healthy, you know, to an extent. I don't know how healthy, but it'll give it some. It'll show buyers that there's interest still in ECIG after this crappy reverse split. You can see the MAC is positive right here. It was negative here, but it looks like it's positive. So if we get 176 print and it closes the MAC positive, and then there's another 170, it starts out 176 in the next time frame, that could be somewhat of a positive momentum. To be honest with you, I've been training for a long time. It's very unlikely you'll do that. The only reason why I haven't executed out of positions because it's real volatile. I can't get $3,300 at 172, and there's a 174 print right now, as you can see right here. You see it tick down. Oh, let's see what we can do. What I'm gonna do is limit. I'm gonna put hidden order. And you see it's 174 by 175. I'm not going to execute anything. I want, you know, I just know eventually. Hey, look, you see, somebody just pushed 2,500 shares up, right? But what happened? They didn't move the ask up, right? Let's see. All right, so this it ticked down. Right? Only 100 shares at 174. Then somebody bought 3,000 shares at 175. Right? But there's still 175 went away, so it's 174 by 176. I can't see the 10-minute for crying out loud. All right. So at 176, you know, break that through, we're going to be looking good. But I already have my order. You know, I'm not going to execute anything yet because I have, like I said, a lot of shares. So, you know, I do apologize if you guys are antsy, you want to know what happens. This is part of a trading life. Look at that, 172 by 173. You think it's time to get out, guys? I think it must be time. I don't think I'll be able to get out, though. That's the sad part. Oh, it's beginning to look ugly. See? Somebody's executing out. Buyer stepped in. Went to 170. Now it's pushing back. 171 by 172. Oh, God. It's getting dangerous, guys. In a minute. Ugh. Showing 171 by 172, but there's a 170 print. Come on, guys. People are executing out. Look at that. Ugh. 171 by 172. Look, it's fucking positive. And it's doing that. Are you serious? Alright. 166. Huh. Let's see if we can get out. It's a bid. Let's see if we could get out 169. Give me some life. Give me some life. This is what I mean. Alright? Pay attention. I'm either going to get out at 169 or I'm going to get stopped at 164. If I get stopped at 164, it's not a limit, it's a stop. I don't know how much I'll get out. I'm 169. Oof. Knew it was gonna happen. Just we're probably gonna get. I'm probably gonna get like a $1,600 loss on this crappy stock. Totally, I lost 2 grand on ECIG. You know what? Take me out if I'm wrong. There's nothing else I can do right now, guys. Alright, so you get to see how a trader trades throughout the trading day. I'm staying away from ECIG moving forward. It seems like ECIG likes to take my money from me, and it's only a matter of time. The only reason why I canceled my order because this is the support level. I really think it's going to break through the support level and crack. It's at 67. I'm at 64. I'm already down money. You know, just prove me wrong if you're going to take me out. If you're going to take my money, prove me wrong. That's all I ask. I should have got out when I had the chance, but couldn't. And it's 167 by 168. Sellers are selling. I'm losing my money. Crying out loud. Dropped almost 10 cents in less than 5 minutes. Come on, guys. Give me a little life. FMCC went broke even right now. I could have got in FMCC. Look at that flacking shit. I could have saved money there and jumped in here. We're talking about FMCC yesterday's trade, right? FMCC's holding up. Oh, by accident, I X'd that out. What a terrible, terrible, terrible trade with ECIG. What's $1,000 right now on ECIG? And yeah, I'm at 164, so clearly a lot of people still think, I keep looking at 10 minutes, doesn't work. Clearly a lot of people still think I'm out. I'm probably going to get crushed right now. Watch me get like get out 50 cents, only 400. Only 400. Oh, I'm getting crushed. $1,200. Getting crushed right now. Only 400 shares, that's all I got. Got another 2,900. Yeah, I know you're beeping. uh, Get me out. I have another 2,940 remaining. This is bad for trading. This is bad for me. Are you serious? Alright, got out. $1,265. I probably lost more of $1,000 because I was up yesterday about 260 or something like that. I don't know if you guys hear that beeping. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Shut up. Alright. Yeah, watch it shoot up now. Damn. Alright. I'm done. I lost altogether. God only knows how much I lost on ECIG. Say I lost 1,500 on ECIG. Lost 400 one time. And I just lost about $1,000 again. I was up about 200 and change, so I'm giving that $1,000. See what happens with ECIG. We'll look at it again. If it pops from... Stay away from ECIG. ECIG's not helping me. ECIG's not working for me. It's probably not going to work for you either. Alright? This is just cruel. Nah. Can't buy it here. I wanted to buy it at its low. right here. Not so strong enough yet. It's trying to battle, create that support, but not there yet. No, no, no. All right. Since I lost pretty much what I made yesterday on pen growth on ECIG, pretty much even, right? Yesterday I was up about 1700 in pen growth. I'm up an additional 560. Yesterday I lost, what was it? Did I lose 400? Well, I lost 400 on ESIG in the beginning, and now I just lost another 1,000 or 1,200. Well, probably 1,000 on E6. So I lost about, let's say, 1,500. I made 1,700 on pen growth yesterday. You shouldn't look at it that way, and you shouldn't risk that much money on a damn trade. But that reverse split happened, and when it happens, you lose money. I could have got out earlier. Maybe I could have got out earlier, right? Um, I like what I see with FMCC bid and ask, but I could have got out earlier with ESIG. It's 159 right now, but I could have got out early when I saw it. Maybe I could because I had 3,000 plus shares, right? And then at one point there was a guy at what was it, like 175 at with 5,000 plus shares shown. I could have got out there, but I was being hesitant. I was second guessing. I knew what's going to happen. I knew it's going to crash, right? Took me out, took a $1,200 loss. Reverse splits, you got to get out of position even though you don't want to and you believe in the stock. Believe in your money more, not the stock. Perfect example. I lost $1,265 on this bad boy, right? And now pen growth is up about 8 cents for the day. I could bounce here and there. What we're looking for in pen growth, let me just back up. It looks strong, but we wanted to close above 307 for the week. And remember, it's Tuesday, right? So we got a couple more days ahead of us. But it does look good. Well, I'm just trying to back up for you guys. All right, so this pattern looks good. It shows that if pen growth shoots up, well, what it's looking like right now with this little hammer, shows it could go to 350 by the end of this week. But we don't need 350. We want 307 or higher just to cover this red bar. But if it covers, hold on, let me set up. But if it covers this bar, it'll show a stronger up move for pen growth. Okay, so let's see what's going on with ESIG again. Let's see how low it is right now. Shows that it's 157. Okay, there it goes. We got out around here. I wouldn't be surprised if you see it go to like 120 today. Okay. Doing reverse splits is the worst thing you can do to any company for an investor. Even though I got out 164, it's probably considered to be its highs compared to what it's going to do moving forward. Okay, so I'm not too upset with it, but it's kind of disgusting that this happened. You see this reverse split. It's just terrible. It's probably going to go close to like 50 cents at the end of this week. Let's see what happens with ESIG. It's just disgusting. You don't do that. You don't create a reverse split. You know, but it's happened. So I'm looking at BYSD just because I see the support with this hammer right here and this huge bullish engulfing pattern. But I do see a downtrend. I would expect it to pop this week because of this move and what it's done over here. But now it looks like somewhat of a bear flag. You know, by the end of this week, if it doesn't go up above 0.012, it could go lower. I just do not think. I think it should go above above 0.0015 this week. By the end of this week, for it to go higher. And it seems like it's struggling, but there's a lot of people at the bid, so a lot of buyers see what I see. You know, the sellers, you know, maybe these sellers are just want to release some of their positions. Maybe they got in below this green bar. Or, you know, maybe it's a market maker shorting it, holding it down, waiting, and waiting to cover at a lower price. You know, but I know BYSD has some good news. They sold one of their companies. to someone else for a few $1 million. Now, just depends what they're going to do with that money. I think the buyers are, holding it up and they're sitting and waiting and they're curious what the company is going to do with that additional money. So that's why I'm looking at BYSD. FMCC, I'm just looking at this just because this could be its bottom, and it does look like it's fighting it, but I'm looking at the bidders, that looks good, but the sellers, it looks weak, and since I'm looking to buy anyway, I just want to see how strong it is because I'm looking at the momentum over here, and you know, and I want to make sure if we are right and the momentum is correct, we're at the right page. Because right now, this is pretty much its bottom, right? So I don't have a problem risking maybe $500,000 to see if I'm right. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll lose my $500. I wouldn't say $1,000, but I'll lose my $500 if I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I got to add its bottom, and I'll be happy with that. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm a bottom picker, I like to pick bottoms. And what I want to do is just look at it 1 minute. You see, what I'm going to do, guys, and just bear with me. Obviously, you can see I was doing some research. I went to Investor Hub to see what people are saying. Dilution reversal cruise line. Oh, yeah. Thank you. It's nice. It's nice. You know, it's nice that people get hurt. You see, this is BYSD actually they're talking about. The International Vault. What they do, and as I'm going to eSignal, what they do is they have this Bitcoin vault that they created, so you can't ever lose your Bitcoins again. And they believe that's their new. Am I going? Am I doing? Oh, I thought I was going. Well, something's going on over here. Oh, okay, there it goes. So they have this chip that saves your Bitcoins and to guarantee you'll never lose your Bitcoin again, based on that. Yeah, okay, for crying out loud. Run. Is this pop-up lock? Allow. Okay. And I can't ever remember my password. Okay, let's see if this is it. Oh, okay. So, control if you're logged in. What do you mean? Let's just log live charts, please. I do apologize. You're witnessing all this. I usually pause and set everything up, but since I'm upset that I lost $1,000 on eSig again, you guys are gonna hear me BS and do my research on Freddie Mac. Joe's Jeans is what? This is a piece of crap. I mean, I love their stock. I mean, I love their clothes, but look, finally making an up move after all this. So this is what it did today. I'm actually surprised that. Look at that. That looks good. Good movement. But it's always a piece of crap. It can never get past a certain point, and then it always crashes. All right. So Malaysia. Let's take a look at Malaysia real quick. Okay, I own Malaysia. I'm looking to pick up some more around right here. Well, I think it was right here somewhere. Wait, where was that? I have to look at the other chart. Just bear with me. Let's see what everything is doing right here. And we're going to get up to... you see Joe's is the one. Oh, wow, look at CSUN. CSUN finally bottomed out and following Freddie Mac. And see, excuse me, not Freddie Mac, PGH. See, this is when we talked about... We were looking for 225 per share. Right? It went to 220. It stopped us out. I don't remember. I think 204 or something like that. Stop order increase. We have to go back. Go look at my Twitter page. You'll see that information. I just scrolled down. Let's go to FMCC, and this is what I want to look at. And yeah, you see, it's by with a stop at 246. That was way back. Obviously, this was when, with this, before this move, a lot of people profited off of that also. But some stocks don't work in your favor. You see something and doesn't help you. So, like ECIG, it probably would have worked and it would have went higher if they didn't do that reverse split. I'm still pretty confident about that. But the reverse split killed us, and no, that was just terrible. You see, I see a doji here on the 10-minute now. It got me, but you see this, it's indecisive right here. Um, you know, and when it's indecisive, I can't get a reading. When it's indecisive, I can't enter trades. You see, this looks good on the 1 hour, but let me just show you. And the reason why I'm doing this on e-signals because there's gaps in my IB platform. So you see all these gaps, and when I try to do like a 10-minute, there's gaps over here. So I'm trying to get information, and I see it a little bit, but it doesn't justify the information I need because of all these gaps in between. And these could be like pre-market and after hours, but I contacted Interactive Brokers, and they said they have to fix this platform because there's no way to work around it. But I guess they have to provide an update. When I get the update, I will work on it. But let's look at the hourly. You see there's also gaps, and this is what I mean. But you see buyers stepping in, sellers are stepping in. Let me just, I'll do this over here because you can see it on the hourly better. This is what it looks like right now on the hourly, right? So I want to see which way it can go. It's indecisive. It's between that trend. We got this triangle trading range being formed, right? In order for me to jump into this position, there's one or two things that needs to happen. All right. Either it breaks through this uptrend right here. It breaks through, and I'm going to show you what I mean. It breaks through this uptrend, and the support level will be right, resistance level is right there, right? So I need it to confirm and break through here, and I need to close above it, and I need it to be a solid green bar. Now it could be a solid green bar not on the hourly, but on the 10-minute. But you see, like, that's why I did on the hourly, and this is what it looks like on the 10-minute. And the trend line is not perfect on both ends, but I'm paying attention to the resistance level. But I know the trend line. If Freddie Mac does go higher and breaks through the downtrend, chances are if it breaks through here, it's going higher. So not only the downtrend was broken, but it also broke through resistance, which creates a new support level. That downtrend and that resistance that broke through helps create a support level and continues to go higher. However, my stop order is still going to be the lows of, I believe it was of this week, right? So, well, right here, yeah, this is the daily. Well, it wasn't this week, it was last week. So my stop order would be a penny below right here at 236, right? It's at 242 right now. So 236, you got 236 over here, and this is another support level right here, which is 237. So oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was looking up here. It's like 236. It's like that doesn't sound right. All right, so my stop order, and I do apologize. So my stop order moving forward for Freddie Mac is a low of 227, so my stop order would be 226. On this end, I'm looking to see if because this is a stronger support level right here, and this end it will be at 229, so it will be 228. So since this is a higher low than this one, I'm going to choose to take the lower one because the lower one will help me. So my stop order will be 226, okay? And it's strange because this looks lower, but this says 229. I guess because this shows like a stronger support. So somebody probably got stopped out and went back down. So you see this now, since we're in the hourly, I can do this and give you a better view of the damn downtrend. All right, so that's what we got. Okay, got that. We got that. I'm going to show you some more other resistance areas. Okay, so we have this resistance. This will create support into resistance if it breaks through 241. If it breaks through 245, we're in great shape. Okay, and as you can see, this trend confirms it. This is a short-term up move. This will be confirmation of a long-term, well, not long-term up move, but a huger pop. Okay, so we got to pay attention to those. Now I'm going to put it on the 10-minute. You see it's at 240 by 241. Seems like 200,000 shares was sold, excuse me, not 200,000, 20,000 shares was either canceled out or sold. Let's take a look. 20,000, no, it's probably canceled out because you see only combined maybe like six, maybe 7,000 shares was traded in the last 15 or minutes or so. But I'll pause it here. I hope this trading video is helping you. As you can see, we got crushed on ECIG. Now, it's unlikely that I lose $1,200, $1,000 on the trade. That's very rare that it happens. It was a reverse split, and I did have a chance to get out, but, you know, not disciplined. Learn your lesson, and it'll hurt you, okay? And that's what it did to me. And I'm just giving you, letting you guys see what ECIG right now looks like, and I wouldn't be, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it continues crashing. We got out right here after that one big red bar, but I did have a chance to get out here, and I was being a chaza. If you don't know what chaza means, it means pig. All right, it's a bull market and a bear market. There's no room for pigs. This is what you get when you're a pig. I'll pause here, provide you guys another update soon. Hey guys, I'm gonna record ESIG for you. I'm just gonna mute my mic. I want you to see what it does moving forward. I'll mute my mic, but it's gonna be trading live in front of you. I just saw this pop with 50 plus thousand shares traded within this time frame. I still believe it's going lower, but we'll see what happens. I'll mute my mic and watch it trade. Traders, real quick, I just paid attention. This is a 10-minute bar. Let's just take a look on an eSignal, on eSignal's platform. Where are you, eSignal? No, it's Internet Explorer, and there you go. That's Freddie Mac. We're still looking at it. It looked like a short-term bull flag here, but remember we saw this. This is the hourly, right? So, yeah, that looks good. I like to see that. And let's just take a look at, well, let's go to ESIG. I can't find ESIG, oops, ECIGD. Look at that. That looks strong right here. Remember, this is where we got out. We got out around this level. Okay? So we'll see what it does over here. And let me just go back into the platform. Do apologize. It seemed like I'm everywhere today. It's 161 by 163. It's currently at 162. Let's just take a look at Freddie Mac now because Freddie Mac is performing. Okay, this is what Freddie. Oh wow, look at that. All right, so I want to get in Freddie Mac. Let's do 3,000. All right, by limit 242. Let's see. Yes, well, we have to wait for this interval to close. It's a 10-minute, 43. Let's just see what it looks like on the 1 minute. Maybe we got like a bull flag, and oh, we got a W edge in effect on the 1 minute. On the 5 minute, same thing. On 10 minute, that's also a W edge. But I just want to see. Yeah, see that looks strong. That looks really strong. Well, we have to make sure it closes at 242 or higher before this interval closes. Then we could jump in on this, right? So this is 241 by 242. Let's go back to ECIG right now. Continue. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just place an order. Let's do let me just put a crazy number in. 223. Good to cancel. And the reason why I didn't place a hidden order is because first of all it's so low. That's number one. And number two, I plan to hit the market eventually. Just when I get this confirmation closes at 242 or higher. This is a W edge. It's strong. Excuse me. But I just want to make sure it holds. See the bidders looks like they're canceling out, or some did anyway. All right, so it's 162, 163 ECIG. You see 140. You saw 241 just now on Freddie Mac, but 162 by 163 right here. See that? It does look strong right here. Remember, we got out around this price. We got out at 164, and we got filled. And well, stop was there, and we got filled at 159, so we got filled right here, which is disgusting. I could have got out over here for crying out loud. Took a less loss, but you can't do that, right? Because it could have gone to $1 without going back to 163, 164, even 170 or 180 for that matter. So I had to get out. This reverse split really did hurt me. And watch should be some crazy good news moving forward. But that's where it is right now. Let me just go to Freddie Mac and we'll pause it. I'll provide you guys another update. You see it's 241 by 242 right now. It's looking, the 41s are looking weak. I'll pause here, provide you guys updates soon. Traders, I like to talk about pen growth right now just because it's doing very well for us. And, you know, I've been paying attention to the losers more than the winners. And I think you guys want to see winners, right? So for pen growth, and don't get me wrong, you should understand losing money is only normal in this business. No trader can be profitable 100% of the time. No trader should risk more than what they require to risk on a per trade. You see, with ECIG, I lost $1,200. Well, it's not $1,200. It's more like $1,000. The reason why was because of the reverse split. You know, I had a chance to get out when I saw 5,000 at the bid, but like I said, I was acting like a chazet, a fool. I was being a fool, and I could have just took a $400 loss, and then maybe you know, probably been down 150 when I got back in. A total loss on ECIG would have been maybe $550, $600. But I wanted to give it some more time, hoping that it'll go up so I can break even. And it burned me, all right? So this is a lesson to be learned. When there's a reverse split, always sell. Don't care about that 1 out of 10 times that it could go up. Chances are it's not going to happen and you're going to lose money, all right? Like I did, all right? So stay away from these reverse splits. If it happens and you're in a position at a stock that does a reverse split, try to sell out. Like right now, like it still really doesn't look healthy. So we'll see what happens moving forward, ECIG. But let's go into pen growth. Pen growth looks awesome. I mean, like this is a 5 minute, but I like to look at the 1 minute and 10 minute and hourly more when it comes to the day-to-day basis than a 5 minute or anything else. So we got a reversal over here, another reversal head and shoulders. We got nothing but up support here. It seems like it just formed a little support over here, so it looks good. We have this is a support level, and this is a support level, this is a support level, this is a support level, and you're just talking about just a few days. Next support level is obviously it's low, right? And this is a support level right here. Then there's another one support level right here. This is its real support level. Okay, and you see my stop orders are just a couple of pennies below that because I placed my stop order not on this support level, but I placed my stop order close to it, which was the next one away, which was right here where the head was right here. You see that? That's the head on the weekly, but you can't see it until we go back to the weekly. So I'll show you. See, this is the head. I put my stop order penny below that. I caught it right around here, around 262, right? It's right there at 301 right now. Stop orders below the head. We got over here another one, but I knew this would be a good support because this was the first support level. So I always put my stop order underneath the second support level. The third support, I really don't think it makes a difference. I think after it breaks through the second support level, the momentum has shifted. Okay, that doesn't happen for most stocks. Excuse me, it doesn't happen for all stocks. But I noticed after the second support level, it seems like the momentums have shifted because the first support level created a resistance, and then it breaks through the second support level, so it created a second level of resistance, which then it takes me out. All right. Right now, we're just looking at Freddie Mac. Remember, we were looking at Freddie Mac before. It's at 242. Let's get back into it real quick, and let's see where it is. You see it's at 242. We're looking at the 10-minute, right? What I always say, well, I want to close at 242 or higher on the 10-minute, just in general. A 10-minute or hourly, whatever it is. You see that looks good too? And it will be closed this hour at 242. Now, it probably could go back to maybe 239, maybe 238, then it'll head higher. But I just want to get in after this interval ends. As long as it closes at 242 or higher on the hourly and the 10-minute, I'll be jumping in over here. So you see how I'm already at the waiting. I didn't update my order, but I'm waiting at the right now at the ask. So we'll see what happens. Okay, maybe I should just do 2,500 now, then maybe double up. Well, you know what? I'm confident about the. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. It looks good. I should just take the 3,000. And we got another 20 seconds left. I don't want to see 241 print because then I'm gonna have to wait again. But since this is an hourly chart, it's gonna. You know what? Sometimes it'll just explode after, then it'll be like 250 and you could have not got in, right? So I just want further confirmation, 4 more seconds. There you go, that's 11 o'clock, a new time frame has opened, and I'm executing. Oh, well, I gotta worry about that. Oh, sorry. It's making that beep. You guys can't hear it because I have it off on my end. Yeah. I heard you. I heard you guys. I heard you. All right, so let's take a look at Malaysia. Okay, so this is Malaysia. So I could see it go to about 0.0147 before it continues to go higher. So I'm looking at that. All right, so let me see where we're at right now. NYXO, pretty much even. It seems like obviously bottom. I mean, how much lower can it go, right? Let's take a look at ECIG, where it's at 160 by 162. Flirting with disaster right now. Okay. Oh, look, 10 minutes working now all of a sudden. Now the 10-minute wants to work, right? There we go. So let's just see what the 5 minutes doing. Yeah. So we got the same picture on both sides. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is looking a little ugly on the 1 minute still. Okay. So remember, we got out pretty much at this level, maybe even a little less right here. But we'll see what happens moving forward. I guess I'll pause it here in the meantime. I'll provide you guys another update soon. All right. Hey traders, just giving you an update right now. I know, I'm recording every few minutes. It's almost an hour long, this current video. But right now it's 242 by 243. Seems like Freddie Mac's gonna head higher moving forward, which is good. So now let me adjust my stop order. Did I tell you my stop order was supposed to be 227, right? Let's just double check that. And 227, penny below that. So our stop order belongs 226. Sell, position, stop, hidden, because I want to hide my order. Okay? And what did I say? 226, right? So 226, good to cancel. All right, so now let's do the calculations. I have 3,000 shares. I picked up at 242, right? So if I take, what is it, 27, 26, let's say 15 cents, right? 15 cents into 15 cents loss on 3,000 shares, it's about $450, $500, right? So that's my risk. Remember, it's good to cancel. Now it's good for 60 days. I put a stop order. It's hidden. I put the quantity amount. Submit. Okay? Now my stop order is there. You see? Expires July 1st, 2015. All right? So 07, I think they do this because they have a lot of interactive brokers works with international individuals, and they first do I guess year, then month, then day, whatever. So you guys know it's 2015 July 1st at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So now I know I don't even have to look at Freddie Mac till July 1st. I'm taking a $500 risk. I have 3,000 shares. If it goes in my favor, great. If it doesn't go in my favor, I lost $500. I believe this is its bottom. I've been trying to look for, and was fishing for Freddie Mac. After that huge pop, that surge, this could be its bottom. We'll see if it is. We got support over here, and this could be a confirmation of support. Now remember, if this breaks through here, it could go trail down to this support level or even lower before it trails back up. And then it'll pretty much have to play. It would pretty much, even if it goes down and breaks through our support level, test this waters over here and could even go lower here because we're looking for Freddie Mac to head up above. And I'm just going to, well, I'm going to leave those trend lines alone because we're looking at them. But we need Freddie Mac to close up above this red bar for the week, okay? Because we're looking at a weekly bar and we want it to outperform the previous down week when we're long in position, because then that confirms that we got in at its lows. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back on the 10-minute, and I do apologize that you see gaps in between there, but I let interactive brokers know, and they said that they're going to work on the platform and make sure it's fixed. It doesn't do that with any other stock that I've been looking at except for Freddie Mac. I'm curious. Let's see what if Fannie Mae does that, because they trade the same. If Fannie Mae's going up, Freddie Mac's going up. If you see, I mean, the same patterns. You see Fannie Mae, right? It's 253. I mean, the price is different, but Freddie Mac's 10 cents lower, but they move the same way, right? So Fannie Mae's 253, Freddie Mac is 243. Now just pay attention, right? That was Fannie Mae. Well, okay, so that was Fannie Mae. You guys looking at that, right? That's all Fannie Mae. Freddie Mac. Same thing, right? I mean, there's a lot of lines here because we're doing our technical indicators, but it's the same for Fannie Mae, and you see that green because we're in position, so anything above the green is a profit, right? So here you go, FMCC, that was, right? Now let's do Fannie Mae. Same thing, right? Okay, I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update. Well, we're actually up 280 on pen growth. It seems like pen growth, let's take a look at where pen growth is. All right, pen growth testing, dropping a little bit here after its upswing, and the reason could be because ERX, the energy stock, formed a new low today at this moment. You see this downtrend, but this is the 10-minute chart. and it already moved up sharply one day this week, and I'll show you. Let me show the daily right here. So now it's testing its gap. Its gap level is a support level. I'm going to get this out here. So this is its new support level. As you can see, it trailed up to it, and now it's trying to tick up. So we'll see if it holds it, because that's its support level. But when you go back, you see almost a similar pattern. If if ERX closes, breaks even, or ends up higher by the end of today, this is a daily bar, that could confirm the reversal as well for energy prices. Now let's take a look at oil, because oil is faring well. Now what I like about, this is one of my posts. Let me just remove this. This was one of my posts that I was going to send to one of let me just remove commentaries. One of the analysts on CNBC, and she said there's no bottom for oil prices at all. She said, I used to be a technical analysis, and there's clearly no bottom. And when I heard she say, I used to, and she said, there's clearly no bottom, well, that's why you used to be a technical analyst, and you're not anymore, because you can't find the bottom. This is a reversal. This is a reversal head and shoulders. You got a shoulder, a head. You got a shoulder, a head, shoulder. What happened? Popped up, look, gapped up, look, continue high. Broke its neckline. This is where it broke its neckline, right? This is a reversal head and shoulders. It broke its neckline and formed an up-level trend, okay? Look at this. This is support right here. 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 What do you mean there's no support levels? There's no bottoms. Clearly, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was going to send it to the person to CNBC, but I was like, hey, you know what? I don't want to argue with people, because you know, they could be good at what they do, and you know, she says she's not a technical analysis no more. There's a reason why she's not a technical analysis no more. You see, and we got look another bottom uptrend. And you can see oil trying to hold it. This is the crude oil, right? This is what we're looking for. This is the IPATH S&P crude oil. So we're looking at this. I don't look at the crude oil prices. I look at this. I mean, oil's going to move. Oil's moving. They're all moving, right? I look at this because the price value is more, you know, it's cheaper than the current oil barrel. So I look at this instead. All right. So let's go to Freddie Mac. Let's see what Freddie Mac is doing. It's 242 by 243. Now let's take a look at pen growth. All right. So pen growth is ticking down a little bit. So let's see what happens. And remember, I had a couple of up moves the last few days, so I wouldn't be surprised if it ticks back a little bit. But I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders, it's 12:07 in the afternoon, March 24, 2015. Keep saying 14. Never want that. I don't want to leave the past. Anyhow, look at Freddie Mac chasing right now, pretty much battling its resistance level. We see this bar at 245 I put up here, right? It needs to break through that. Right now, it's 244 by 245. It does look good in our favor, but you see a lot of sells at 245. Takes some time, but I think once it breaks through, it'll explode. So let's see what happens. We'll be patient about that. Let's take a look at ECIG. All right, it's at 158. We pretty much got out at these levels. Obviously, can't show us nothing on the 10-minute. It was working before, but now it's not. And now it doesn't seem like it's working on the 5-minute either. There you go, 1 minute. All right, so this is where it's at. It seems like it's in this trading range, 157 by 160. Buyers are trying to hold this bad boy. Took me out. Pretty much it's battling it right here. But I honestly believe it's heading lower. You get out, reverse split. Otherwise, you can lose your shirt. I mean, it's down 20% right now. I think it has at least another 20 to 30% to go, at least on the low end. Maybe it won't happen today, but it should happen sometime moving forward into this week and into next week. Don't be a chaza. Take your profits. That's what happens. So let's see what happens moving forward here. I'll be really upset if it breaks even, goes to 183. See that support level where we got out? All right, that creates a support. Well, not where we got out, where we got in long yesterday. All right, so that becomes support level at 183 or higher. I don't think it's going to hit 183. If anything, I'm pretty sure it'll hit $1, maybe even 75 cents before it hits 183. And that's a ballsy statement by me, but I've been trading for a long time to know how trends usually work when there is a reverse split. Okay, and let's just go back to Freddie Mac real quick. You see it was 43.44. It's excuse me, 43.44, and it's battling 45. You see, even though it's not showed this 43 at the bid, but last price was 44. It's probably just smacked the buyers out the way. This is what it looks like. We got the pattern going upwards with the MAC histogram. That always is a good indication, especially when we know it's by resistance level right here. But it's negative. The MAC histogram is negative, trying to get positive because the resistance right there. Once it breaks through resistance, the MAC histogram will be positive. I'm pretty sure we can see a surge up move. Remember, we want Freddie Mac to close at around 255, 256 or higher by Friday's close. And we'll see what happens with that. But let's take a look at, you see 44 stepped in. It was 44 by 45 a second ago. And my phone's going off because I have to take in the call. But let's take a look at pen growth. Pen growth looking good. Pretty much at the highs of the day. I'll pause it here and start the recording real soon. Traders, 12:30 in the afternoon on March 24, 2015, and pen growth is just formed a new high for the day. We're up about $800 to $900, $850 to $900 in pen growth for the day. Currently, removing the ECIG death toll that we had earlier today. Trying to cover up some ground from this loss. This was, the reverse split killed me. Let's see how E6's doing. Pretty much where I got out. I expect it to go lower. Obviously, the 10-minute don't work, but neither does the 5-minute for some reason. So this is the 1-minute right here. This is where it's at. This is what it looked like. Shows some type of stability. Also shows like there's volume. If we go into a 15-minute, that works. Well, I guess that doesn't work now. It was working earlier when I paused it. Guess we only get the 1 minute. All right. So maybe, hey, you know what? Actually, let's go to the live chart again. This is what ECIG is right now. This is its 10-minute. It tried to bottom at around 154, but going lower. Reverse splits are the worst. It doesn't protect the shareholder, and could hurt you. Anyway, let's go to Freddie Mac. I know it's testing 245s recently. Look, it's about to break those 245s. Only 6,200 remaining. Let's just go into the 10-minute. Get a better picture. Okay, so you see the support level, the resistance level, the second resistance level, first resistance level we passed, right? And when first downtrend we passed too. Let me just back it up, show you what it looks like. All right, so this was the first resistance level I was waiting for before we jumped in. I saw it broke through that. We printed 242. It tested maybe tested 240 once after that, right? We jumped in around right here somewhere, right here, this print right here, and it went down a little bit. It tested 241 maybe for a brief second before it headed higher. So it broke through this resistance level. We saw this uptrend possible bottom. We got in long, right? It broke the downtrend before we got in long, and it broke the resistance. Trailed up, and now it's testing the second resistance level, and if it breaks through here, it could explode. And don't forget, you see the downtrend as well. Excuse me, that's the wrong downtrend. The downtrend over here as well, testing 245s. All right, so we want the 245s broken, close above 246, and you see 600 shares remaining there. There's 42,000 at 244, and we can see an up push right here. We'll see this happens. I'll keep recording so you guys can take a look at if Freddie Mac does that, but I'll mute my mic, okay? I know you guys hear enough of me. Next recording, maybe I'll put some Pandora on. You guys will listen to some music in the background. This way it's not too boring, but I'll pause my mic right here and let's see if we break those 245s real soon. 400 remaining currently. Well, you saw them push it down. They put the ask at 244 before it was 244 by 245. I'll pause it here. Once something happens again, I'll start recording. Traders, just to give you an update what Freddie Mac's looking like. It tested 245 and then went to 241 and now it's testing 241, which is the resistance. Let me just adjust this to the resistance level. There you go. All right, which, excuse me, not resistance, support. I apologize. I keep confusing resistance and support for some reason. All right, so this is support level right here, right underneath the shadow of this bar at support. We'll see if it holds it right here right now. Doesn't look bad, tell you the truth. We had a new high after 10:15. I mean, formed a newer high after that too. If you don't know about the 10:15 rule, look it up. You know, after 10:15, if there's a high after 10:15, there should be a newer high throughout the day. That happened, but there's not a newer low throughout the day. Well, usually not. Okay, so once there's a high after 10:15, there's an expected to be a newer high after that. So this is the newer high, and these tested the highs, right? Sometimes it breaks through and continues to go higher. We just know there's a newer high. However, it doesn't talk about it forming a new low for the day after there was a second new high. But it has happened. I've seen it happen. It's rare that it does. Usually after it hits the second new high after 10:15, it could stagnate, trade a little bit downwards, and then pretty much sideways throughout the day. Sometimes it trades downwards and then starts heading upwards. And you know what? It'll be ready and set up to create a newer high for the next day, and it'll just pause right next to the highs of the day. Okay, so now let's just take a look at pen growth, pretty much helping me get my money back from ECIG. Pen growth is at 311 currently, and I may have to take this call, so let me call you. Let me put this on. Never mind, I lost them. My fax went off, so they have to try to call me back. It's tax season. I'm trying to get a hold of my accountant, and it seemed like he will try to give me a call back real soon. Anyhow, so it formed a new high recently. It formed a high of 315 today. Right now it's trading at 311. Remember, we wanted to stay above 307 by the end of this week. And let me pause right here again. Guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. 107 in the afternoon. Pen growth. Looks like it's holding up. Freddie Mac, different story. 240, right? Broke through 240 by 239. Look at that. It broke through right here. But let's see if we get a support stabilization here. We're on an uptrend. That's a good thing, right? It couldn't break through the second uptrend right here and this resistance level, but maybe it'll bounce back. Like I said, remember earlier I said it could go maybe back to as low as 238 before it continues to go higher. Well, we'll see if that happens, if that's true. So I'll pause it here and provide you guys another update. NYXO still the same. BLTA is down a little bit. Let's take a look at BLTA. Okay, I expect it to go to about 0.0147148 before it goes higher, and that's where the bid is right now. So we'll just see what happens with BLTA, and I'll provide you guys an update soon. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com. Oh, real quick, let's take a look at ECIG. Let's see how ECIG is faring, right? ECIG 145 hit 140. Look at that. You see that? Drop, hit as low as 139 today. All right, remember we got out at 159 around this level. Okay, so I'm still expecting it to go lower. Don't believe for a minute it's heading higher. Okay. And I'll pause it here. I'll put it back on Freddie Mac and I'll pause it here because Freddie Mac is the one we got to take care of and look out for because we're down on it, okay? With BLTA, yeah, we're down on it, but, you know, it's more like hundredth of a penny stabilized. I mean, it's not going to move that rapid down. You know, like I said, it's going to go to I believe it's going to go 0.0147, maybe 148 where the bid is right now, and then start heading higher from there. I'll pause it right here and I'll give you guys another update soon. Traders, 121 in the afternoon, just giving you guys a quick update. what we have here for the ERX, we saw a possible reversal over here. That didn't happen. You see, it never broke through 53.43, and now it's in the trading range. But if you look over here, I'm just going to put this 1, 2, 3, right? That doesn't look good. It shows that there's momentum on the sell side. However, if it could stay above, I'm just going to take this line because I'm not going to make too many lines. If it could stay above here, well, stay above here and trade in that range and hopefully end up on a higher note, uh, it'll look good. And the reason why we're looking at this, and we also look into oil. Now let's take a look at oil. But the reason why we're looking at both of these, because Penn Growth is an energy company. They're an oil and gas company, right? They pay us dividends, but it went to $3. We're up about, we're up about 50 cents per share on Penn Growth, and we want to make sure that it continues to go higher. Now, look at this uptrend for oil, okay? This is an uptrend for oil. This is a support level as well. Hold on, let me just show you. There you go. This is a support level for oil, and obviously another support level would be right here. Well, let me see if I can put it. Let me just form another trend. I have to keep doing this every single time. So this is another support level right here. I think this is a strong one. I don't think this one is that strong, just because this was all resistance right here, right? So usually a strong resistance level turns into a strong support level. All right, so we'll see what happens. And Penn Growth 308 battling back. I mean, it didn't drop as much. We're still up 13 cents, but you know, it was at 307 for a brief moment, and it's still by 307, 308. Let's go to Freddie Mac. Well, let's take a look at Malaysia, just because Malaysia, there you go, 0149 by 0150. Malaysia stepped in with showing 100,000 at the bid right now, with only 20,000 at the ask. Yeah, it could, you know, I always assume it will go to 147, but maybe, you know, sometimes it won't give you what you believe you can get, right? So we have one bottom, two bottoms. I figured it will bottom out around maybe 47, go higher, but it could bottom out 1.5, and if it closes at 1.6, that's very strong for Malaysia, if it closes at 1.6 today. Let's go to Freddie Mac, because Freddie Mac's the one. Oh, here we got a support right here. Freddie Mac's the one that was struggling, but you only see 200 at the bid. And remember, just because it shows you 200 doesn't really mean it's 200. Market makers could have hidden orders. Buyers could have hidden orders at that level. And if you notice, it was at 239 by 240. Now it's 239 by 241. I think the sellers realized that there is support at this level. And remember, I told you we can see it go to maybe 238. You know, it could track down about 238 or go and then go higher. But the only reason why we jumped in and we went at market, because after we saw it broke its downtrend, sometimes it pops and then we can't ever get in. Sometimes it tends to trail down a little bit, then it'll go up after it trailed down. So right now we got our first print at 240 right here for 24,900 just now. That's the first print of this time frame of within, I guess, the 10 minutes, right? No, I apologize. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. All right, my apologies. All right, so 200 shares in the 10 minutes. Now, for some reason, you see how it's, yeah, there you go. 200 shares. I was like, wait, that's a lot. So I double checked. It's 200 shares within the last 6 minutes of trading at 240. That was just a print just now. There was no volume there before. But we'll see what happens moving forward. It's 239 by 241. There's 25,000 at the offer at 241 with only showing 239 at the bid of only 200. Okay. Let's take it back into Penn Growth real quick. This is what Penn Growth is. Broke through the 07s and now it's at 06. All right, let me just back it up, see what that looks like. Okay, it doesn't look too bad still. And I'll pause it here, provide you guys an update soon. Just real quick, I'm looking at the rest of the market when I pause, and I noticed that the market's going down. It seems like there's a strong downtrend. for all the leading markets right here for the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P. Uh, it went up. We expect some pullback. I expect the pullback on the Dow to happen. I would say maybe about half of this big candle bar, about 17.9, before it continues going up. Okay, and let's just go further back just to see. All right, yeah, I would say, and you see this is, if you look at my Twitter postings, you'll see this was my postings from pretty much the high, and it went down there. Then I explained possible support. You see 300 plus points, blah, blah, blah. All right, so now it's at this trading range level. This is its peak. It's formed a new resistance here. Let's see if it could, when it goes to 17.9, let's see if it could bounce back, or is it done, you know? Uh, we only will find out when it gets to those price levels. But right now, pen growth is really deteriorating really, really fast currently. So let's see, why is it seeming to be so sick very fast. 304 by 305, a lot of bidders at 304. And we already know why, because I looked at ERX, look, it's down 81 cents. I think 2 minutes ago it was down 50 cents, you see? And there it goes. This is ERX. We saw this, and we also got some support level here. Hopefully it can hold it. But it broke through that resistance level. And sorry, add horizontal. There you go. That does look ugly right there. You see that? And that's pushing pen growth lower right now. The reason why pen growth is not following ERX so much is because they're both oil and gas. So I got oil over here. You see that? This is oil. What was that? That was the SPY. Yeah, new lows for this S&P, new lows for the Nasdaq. Oh, not yet, but almost, and new lows for the Dow. Okay, so if there's one new low, there's pretty much new lows on all of them, except for the S&P, but it's close, right? Um, we'll see what happens over here. Let's just take a look at ECIG. ECIG is down 51 cents right now, 142 by 146, obviously. We cannot see what that looks like, but this is where ECIG is right now. I'm just going to put it on Freddie Mac. That I'm okay with. I'm just going to put it on Freddie Mac and pause it here. Remember, the market was going up, but Freddie Mac was going down, right? It was trading sideways or going down. I mean, this is what Freddie Mac has been doing the last 3 days. It was not performing while the market was outperforming. So maybe this can be good for Freddie Mac. We'll see what happens. It could have an inverse relationship with the market where Freddie Mac could go higher and the market will continue falling while that happens. And, don't quote me on that. We just have to see what happens moving forward. The reason why I say this, well, some people might move money out of the market and start investing, buying houses. And then they need a mortgage, right? They probably will go to Freddie Mac. I mean, there's a lot more competitors out there today than Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. Before it was more of a monopoly. It was backed by the federal government. Now it's a different story where there's other competitors out there that can provide mortgages, but I believe still most people go to Freddie Mac. And I'll pause it here. It looks like pen growth trying to fight back and take back some of the gains that the sellers took from them earlier today. I'll pause it here. Traders, it's 2:40 in the afternoon right now, March 24th, 2015, said 2015 right this time. Anyway, let's take a look at, actually take a look at Mankind since we have Mankind up here. And it looks like for Mankind that, let's go further back. All right, let's do our trend line. Not there yet, right? Not there yet. But it looks like Mankind, when I go to a 10-minute, looks like it's forming a triple bottom, possibly reversal, right? Seems like most of the markets is doing that. Now pay attention to what this looks like, right? Triple bottom, possibly reversal. Now let me show you what Freddie Mac is doing because it's pretty much similar, right? See, 3 days triple, and the only reason why it's a little different is because we have these gap intervals, you see, from each one. So it starts later and before, but if you go further back, you can actually see 1, 2, 3. See how it's similar to Mankind? Let's go back to Mankind. And you see, well, that's a little further back, but it's doing more or less the same thing. It has a similar chart pattern, if you will, going upwards. Mankind had it from yesterday's morning into today currently, and Freddie Mac had that same pattern, well, excluding what it did the last 20 minutes or so, for the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Okay. Well, it started from day one. It started on this day on the 19th, and it continued the last three days to form that pattern. But if you look, it seems like everything's doing that. Let's go to Gilead. You see 1, 2, 3. Looks like another one. Tesla. And you see upward pattern. I mean, this was continuous upward pattern after he spoke, and you know, didn't benefit my option call apparently. Um, Luminous, let's do Luminous. You see similar trend, upward pattern, right? Visa, right? It did this regular split the other day, so we have to get a little closer into this, but almost the same thing. You can't see right here, but one, I would say 1, 2 maybe, because that was broken down for the last 3 days. But Visa did a split. It's healthy. It's a healthy company. It's strong. The market's just deteriorating and it's pushing some of these stocks with it. But they're also rebounding. They are fighting back and they're trying to do what they can to survive at this point. So it looks like most of these stocks, I mean, let's look at the market. The markets look ugly today. It just it looks hideous. Seems like it wants to trail down to about 19.8, maybe 19.9, 50, somewhere around there. It probably could test this right here, and then it could test this level right here. And then worst case scenario, I believe the lowest it's going to go is probably till around here. And then it'll bounce off that and continue going higher. But these are the levels we should be looking at to see if there's a rebound or a retracement from these support levels. And I just did a quick. I didn't do a line. I just drew it, and it might not be perfect, might be a little crooked, but I hope you guys get the idea. Um, Once again, let's go into Freddie Mac because this is where you know we're struggling right now. It's 238 by 239. And currently, the last close was at 240, right? But it seems like there's no transactions taking place on either side after that. So I'll pause it here. You see 230 by 239. They're showing 5,200 at the ask with 200 at the bid. And I'll provide you guys an update soon. Oh, real quick, just before I go, let's take a look at ECIG. I'm looking like a superstar getting out at 159. Look where it's at right now. Look where it's at right now, right? Where do we get out? Right here, 159. See? See? Did the right thing. I'll pause here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders, 50 seconds left before the market close. Was a little bit busy today. FMCC is 239, 240. I sold 2,000 shares because I wanted to jump into BCLI, and I got in 1,000 shares of BCLI. But we're still long FMCC. What it did currently, where it's closing, I don't like it where it's closing, but it could open up higher, and that will be good for FMCC. Let's go to pen growth. Pen growth's at 910 right now. Well, we're up 910,000 pen growth. It's 307 by 308, still looking good, still has support, nice up move. Slowly and steadily it's riding upwards, and that's what we like. Remember, we wanted to close above 307 Friday. Right now it's currently 308. All right, so now let's go to, well, NYXO. We have 1 by 2 over here. Oh, there it goes. Well, it was here earlier. There you go. All right, so it's 1 by 2 showing 20,000 at the bid over, what is that, I think 100 million at the, excuse me, 100 million at the bid and 20,000 at the offer. BCLI, this is what we just longed. Uh, the market just closed. This is what we longed over here. We got in at 52, 452. See, it's going to go higher. I like the pattern over here, so I want to get in before the close. That looks good. I mean, it could do a bounce, but that's fine. I just want to make sure that we get in just because it broke this high over here and it formed a nice reversal. So that looks good. Now let's go to Freddie Mac, FMCC. Well, I told you we still have this long. We wanted to go up to about this red bar over here by the end of Friday. We'll see if that behaves that way. and Bol Bolza Balza Airlines, whatever the airlines it is. I'm hearing different names from different people, but I think it's Balza Airlines. Anyway, it's point 0.015, and I believe it's at support right here. Remember, I told you it should go to about 0.147, and it went to as low as 0.0145. So we'll see if it bounces up at these levels right here. Pause it here, put the recording up, and I'll provide you another update soon. And let's just take a look at ECIG, what it did after we got out. And yeah, the 10-minute chart still not working. Let's see if the 15-minute works. There you go. So this is what it looks like. It dropped to as low as 117 today. We got out. Thank God for that. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update tomorrow.